Yeah.
Saleh, would you please
Okay.
go on?
Okay. I'll just go. Most welcome, guys, and welcome, audience. Welcome, dear friends, on the second webinar, weekly webinar in ELT in the Kahliya under the auspices of Mr. Hatem Anan. We are holding the second international webinar. The last one last week was a good one with Mr. Richard Wigg from Italy, the famous, nationally famous educationalist. And today we've got a webinar with Nadia Ivanova from Russia. Most welcome, Nadia. And we'll have a quick start because I think time is running. We'll move to the second slide, as you see. As usual, we are to follow certain
اشتغلوا
rules on our webinar.
اشتغلتي
Please, please, people, um, unmute yourself, please. Okay, as you see from the screen, I think all of you can see them now. These are the norms that we have to follow today. Of course, we have to switch off our mobiles, but only for phone calls, just to keep connected. You have to raise your hand using the tool at the controls if you would like to participate. You have to listen well and share your ideas with your colleagues. Today, as it was announced a week ago, we are going to talk about two topics. The first is the flip grid for flip learning, and this is the topic is, which is to be introduced by Nadia Ivanova, and the other topic is the different learning styles, and this is to be presented by Mr. Hatim Alan and Saleh Rashad. So if we are talking about flip grid for flip learning and learning styles, so people, what do you expect to be discussing today? What? What do you expect to be discussing today? Yeah, if we are talking about flip grid and different learning styles, what do you expect to be learning to be discussing today? Hello?
Mr. Saleh,
Yes, Mr. Muhammad, go on.
I think Flipgrid is the same as a website.
Yeah,
It's a video response tool. يعني students may use and teachers for assessment.
that's right. Good. Okay,
Thank you,
Moonlight.
Mr. Saleh.
Moonlight, would you please unmute yourself and speak?
Yes,
Yes.
can you
Go.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Just go ahead.
Uh, I think we are going to talk about the difference between flipped classroom and flipped learning. At first, we
Yeah.
have to identify the both items for us, and I think we are going to talk about a Flipgrid as an app. How do the teachers use it, and how do the students use it also, and the tasks and the activities we are going to deal with through this app.
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
that's
well
correct.
done.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Okay, let's move to the second slide. The objectives today in this webinar. By the end of this session, you will be able to, number one, to learn about the flipped app and how to use it, and learn about the different tasks that can be carried out by using the Flipgrid app, and as well to know different learning styles and to enforce them in online learning. So these are the main topics that we are going to learn about today. So before we start, as we have talked the previous webinar, we have told that we can use different icebreakers that are different from the usual one in face-to-face sessions. On online sessions, we said that we can use some sort of icebreakers. One of them was called Uncover the Secret. So today I'm going to direct my question to first to Mr. Hatem Anan. Can you hear me, Hatem?
Yes, okay, I can give you
Would
more.
you please uncover my secret?
Yes, Saleh.
Yes,
Can you hear me okay?
uncover my
Today when we were talking of this this webinar we're going to prepare with, Saleh told me a secret about Nadia. That when he tried to get in contact with her all the time, but for 2 days there is no connection. But today, when he wanted to ask her about the webinar, she has just arrived from school, and she was in a hurry because she thought that it will start at 2 o'clock, not 4.
Yeah.
But Saleh asked her to calm down and to have her lunch, and then he asked her, what about the type of the nature of your work? She told him that she had about seven pages a day.
Yeah.
So I would like to tell all my teachers.
That's it.
The same situation in Russia.
That's the point. I thought that you are
so
going to talk about that.
Overloaded.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So I think that's a secret.
So
we are in the same boat, and we have all overloaded and burdened with responsibilities on our shoulders, and so we have to adapt to every situation and the condition and the working conditions. This is the secret.
Yeah. That was right. Of course, that really happened today, and I felt sorry for her because she told me that she had 6 periods today, and she was opening the door while I was trying to connect it. Okay, now Nadia.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Nadia?
Yes, I do. I can.
Would you please uncover my secret to the people?
So actually, I have known Saleh for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I have had some talks on with him, and judging by the activities he does.
Yeah. I think I have.
He needs me to be on time, to do everything properly, and thanks he can collect great his trains. That's why I'm very honored to be part of this audience today. Yes.
You know,
Nadia, may
organized,
I say something?
Responsible.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
yes, I think that this is the inspiration, and I inspired him.
Of course.
I have inspired this gentleman to be like that.
Of course.
Yes, really.
Of course.
So you inspired him. Okay.
You know, most welcome, Nadia. You know, I'm very happy to be able to contact you today after 2 days because I felt that I'm in a mess. I didn't know if things are going on the right track or I have to be on plan C, not even B. So I was very happy to be able to contact you today, even after your 6 periods that you have been doing today. So, okay, the 2 guys, the Flying Eagle, Mr. Hatem Anan, have uncovered my secret. My dear friend Nadia from Russia have also uncovered my secret. And then after the 2 secrets that have been uncovered, I'm going to move on to the next slide, which is to be Mr. Hatem Anan. Go ahead. Now, guys, we have learning styles
concerning the learning style. I'd like to ask a question.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to ask a question first. Could you tell us about the learning style we have? We have 7 learning styles. It's okay?
Yeah.
You participant? What kind of learners have we got in our life? What kind of learners have we got in our classroom? Before speaking about learning style.
Yeah. People, I think we need the people to participate with us. Yes,
yes, Mister, we have.
Moonlight, let's go on, please. Go ahead.
Moonlight.
Yes, we have many different learning styles in our classroom. We have visual learners, auditory learners, kinesthetic.
Okay,
yes.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Excellent.
Okay. So we have the main types, the main 3 types at first: auditory, and then we have visual, and then we have kinesthetic. But again, we have visual and the auditory learner at time, and we may have visual and kinesthetic at the same time, and we may have kinesthetic and auditory learners. So we have 7, as you see on the screen, we have 7 types of learners. Okay, can you read them, please, Saleh?
Yes, of course. As you can see, we have, yes, we have the visual, the oral, the logical. Yes, I'm reading them. Yes, I'm reading. I think other people can hear me.
Yes.
Yes, they can hear me. I think you have a problem with your headset, Mr. Hatem. Okay, so the different kind of learning styles. We have the visual, the oral, the physical, the verbal, the solitary, and the logical, social types of learning. Okay?
Yes, okay.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, I would like to ask a question, please.
Yeah.
Could you tell us about some characteristics every learner should have?
One
line. Such as if we say that the auditory one, I think that they like hearing some to have some solutions and some examples and some musics, and I think that they have what we call good ear for music.
Yeah.
What about the other types? Could you share us the ideas, please, participants?
Go on, people, audience. Anybody has an idea? Just give me a raise, and I'm going to admit you.
Yes.
Okay, go on, Nisreen Mustafa, please.
Okay, there is intrapersonal and interpersonal type. Also, there is musical, verbal, and logical or mathematics.
Yeah.
Type. Naturalistic type.
Yeah.
There is intra and interpersonal.
Yep.
That's all.
Thank you. I do thank you, Mr. Mustafa. Most welcome. Anybody else? Anybody else, please?
Any other ideas?
Anybody else? Nancy Ahab, go on, please. Nancy Ahab.
Okay. Visual learners always learn through seeing. Often recognize words by sight.
Yep.
Recall information by remembering how it was set out on a page.
Okay, I do thank you. I think Mr. Hatem, we have to move on to the next step.
Yes, okay, but before moving to the next steps, please, Saleh, I'd like to ask a question.
Yeah.
How can we as a teacher engage the 7 types of learners in our classroom?
Mr. Hatem, would you clarify the question, please? Are you talking about the face-to-face classroom, or you are talking about the online learning?
Yes. I mean face-to-face classroom at first.
Yeah. Okay. Moonlight, Moonlight, please answer.
I think we can verify our tasks and activities in class to adapt to the different styles of learning for our learners in the classroom. So we have something for the auditory learner and something for visual and so on.
Good, thank you.
Yes, do you think that's the same situation with flipped classroom? Yes, do you think that?
Yeah.
Do you think that we have the same style, we have the same procedures when dealing with flipped learning in the classroom?
Of course, totally. That won't be applicable with the flipped classrooms, but partly yes, because in face-to-face teaching, I have all the authority to deal with the students face-to-face, and I can use different strategy to be able to contact each type of the learners. But when I flip the learning, so he has certain tasks to do at home and other tasks that I can do with him at school. And most of my tasks will be just a practice. It will be like a practice time. So I can manualize, I can utilize my tasks, the practice that students are going to carry out inside the classroom to be able to contact each type of the learners as a review time on what you have learned at home.
So I think that we have to vary our activities to deal with different kind of learners.
Of course, this is most important. Yes, Mr. Muhammad, go.
Yes, I completely agree with you.
Anything else?
Yeah, I completely agree with you that variety in teaching is very important. Also, we should focus on kids or student needs and interests. The teacher has to well select his activities, which suit his pupils or students level.
Yeah, that's good, Mr. Muhammad. Thank you. Anything else, Mr. Hatem? Would you like to add anything else?
Yes, you can go on.
Thank you. Okay, let's move, guys, to the next.
Mr.
Yes.
Yes, okay. What do educational apps bring to the table?
What do educational apps bring to the table? This is a raised question. As we are talking about the new trend of technology, the new trend of learning styles, we are talking about how we are going to flip learning. You know, instead of face-to-face teaching, now we are going to ask students to just go at home and try to collect the information and the content as much as he can. Then he comes back and the teacher takes the role of reviewing and recapping. So now, can the apps online help students to carry out their educational tasks? This is our question. And the answer is simply yes. Yes, the educational apps online can help different students to
educational apps bring something that hasn't been mentioned.
They can carry out the educational tasks.
It's mainly 4 pillars.
Yes, for using 4 pillars. What are the 4 pillars of educational apps online? Before I read them and try to explain them, I'd like to take the attention of the audience with me here. We are talking about the different apps, applications that can be downloaded from the internet or used online to carry out different educational tasks. Like what Nadia is going to present today, like the Google Rooms, the other apps that can help us, and we have another session talking about these different apps. So using online learning have 4 main pillars. These pillars of online learning help students to carry out the learning process without the help of teacher, or I can say partly the help of the teacher. The 4 pillars are: number 1, the active participation. How can the students be active participants on online teaching or learning? Shortly, we can say that what's happening now in this webinar is describing what means active participation. Now I can ask people from different countries of the world to just unmute themselves and start talking. This is active participation. You can give me a question and I can answer. This is active participation. The other one is
in your background there's some
people,
some
please,
sound,
those people who have a background sound, please mute yourself. Okay, let's go back. Social interaction, Mr. Hatem. When we talk about social interaction, usually we say that the face-to-face learning gives a social interaction, and now I'm saying that using the web applications, the online applications, give much more social interaction. Can this happen? How can we say that the online learning and the online apps can give a chance to social interaction? We know that social interaction depends on face-to-face learning, but still we can say that even the online learning also can utilize social interaction. Can anybody help me? Okay. When I say social interaction, I'm saying that people from different areas, from different towns, from different countries can communicate with each other. So instead of being in one room, closed room on myself, feeling lonely, No, I'm able now to talk to Nadia from Russia. I'm able to talk to Margaret from England. I'm able to talk to Richard from Italy. So this is social interaction. I'll the meaningful connections. The third pillar is meaningful connection. And I mean by that meaningful connection that there is a fruitful webinars, a fruitful apps that can give a chance by connecting to the internet and using the apps to give a meaning and take a meaning. Yes. Okay. So the fourth pillar is talking about the sustained engagement, and sustained engagement means what? Now we are on the webinar. Now we are talking to each other. We can communicate. You can ask a question and I can answer, and vice versa. And even after the webinar, you can just log on and watch the recorded one. So this is sustainability. You can just follow and go on getting your content and the material that you would like to acquire. Now let's move to the next slide, and this slide is talking about the advantages of educational apps, and this is Mr. Hatem Anand. Yes, Mr. Hatem.
Yes, okay. Would you please, our participants, tell us about what are the advantages of educational apps? Just please, you have to discuss something before telling you about advantages ourselves. Tell us about the advantages of the educational apps. Yes, Saleh?
Yep. The advantages, as you see, number one, somebody to read, please.
Number one, yes. Okay, just to enhance classroom performance,
please read number one.
It's a way of interactive and engaging learning.
Okay.
So it's a way to, this is the way to engage your students and to them share you and to interact with you. And it's limited access to educational content and collaboration between students. So students can share with each other any videos, any activities. So it's a sort of working and sort of cooperation with each other. And so again, moreover than this, we can between students and teachers and parents share. In this kind of learning, we have to share our things. Some people will give the parents what to help them to know about their students or their children or their kids' progress in the schools and so on. And then number 5, we have you learning and individual and social learning. Sarah?
Yep. I'm just admitting people.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you, but I just admitting people who were waiting to join the room, and I'm trying to admit them.
Yes, okay.
We'll just go on.
So I have to go on.
Yeah. Just a second.
should بيروح من عندي مش عارف ليه.
Yes, Mr. Hatem.
Yes, Saleh.
I think there is
Probably.
Okay, Moonlight, just go ahead and tell me what you'd like to say. Moonlight.
Yes.
Yes, go on.
I think we can engage and involve our students in online learning through activities and tasks. We can create interactive discussions, and we can also make connections to the topic we are discussing with our students.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, now let's go to the next slide.